Every morning when you open your eyes, you are not waking up to the world. You are waking up to the world you expect to see. Reality is never stronger than the story you silently agree to. The moment you rise, you decide whether you return to an old script or step into a new one. And the truth is, your life has been obediently following the script you rehearse every day. If you truly understood the power of your inner conversations, you would guard your mornings like sacred ground. Because the first thoughts you choose are not just ideas, they are instructions. They tell your reality who you believe you are. They command the day to organize itself around that belief. And whether you realize it or not, the moment you wake up, you are already creating. You are already shaping. You are already declaring who you will be long before you speak a word out loud. So listen every morning, not to the noise of the world, but to the quiet truth within you. The truth that tells you that you are not limited by your circumstances. You are not defined by what happened yesterday. You are shaped only by the image you hold of yourself right now. Whatever you assume to be true in the silence of your mind becomes the law of your experience. Your outer world cannot help but rearrange itself to match the inner world you insist on believing. Think of yourself as a sculptor. Every morning, you carve the shape of your day with your imagination. If you imagine strength, life gives you opportunities to express strength. If you imagine success, life aligns circumstances to reveal success. If you imagine love, life mirrors love back to you in ways you never expected. But if you imagine lack, doubt, or fear, those too will surface. Not because they are powerful, but because you unknowingly gave them permission. You must become the deliberate author of your mornings. Decide who you are before the world decides for you. Train your inner vision to see only what you want to see. Let the feeling of your desired life rise in you the moment you wake. Let it fill your body as if it is already done. Let your breath match the quiet confidence of someone who knows their destiny is already written in their favor. There is power in claiming your identity before you open your door to the world. You must stand in the versions of yourself that you wish to embody. The person who has already succeeded. The person who is already loved. The person who has already become what they once wished for. Feel that version of you. Walk like them. Think like them. Carry the stillness of someone who has nothing to chase, because everything they desire is already theirs. Your reality does not shift by force. It shifts by assumption. It shifts when you no longer negotiate with your old limitations. It shifts when you dare to believe that the unseen is more real than what your eyes have shown you so far. Every morning, your mind is most open, most powerful, most ready to receive a new identity. This is when you plant the seed of transformation. And like any seed, it does not bloom because you stare at it. It blooms because you trust it. Speak to yourself as if you have already crossed the bridge. Let your morning self be the version of you that the world has not yet met. And hold that version with such certainty that reality has no choice but to catch up. Your day will bend around the thoughts you choose. Your life will bend around the identity you embody. And the more you repeat this every morning, the faster the shift becomes. Do not look at what is. Look at what you have claimed. Do not measure your progress with your senses. Measure it with your conviction. Reality will always echo the voice within you, but it listens only after you speak with authority. So rise each morning with a quiet certainty. I am already what I desire to be. I am already living the life I have chosen. I am already aligned with everything meant for me. The shift happens the moment you accept that your inner world is the source and your outer world is the reflection. And when you start each morning with that knowing, the world around you cannot help but transform. Every morning is a rebirth, a moment where the world pauses, waiting for you to decide who you are going to be today. And most people waste this sacred moment by immediately remembering everything they think is wrong with their lives. They wake up and step back into the costume of yesterday, wearing the same doubts, the same fears, the same beliefs that have been holding their reality in place. They never ask themselves the most powerful question, who am I choosing to be now? And so their future becomes nothing more than a copy of their past. But you are not here to repeat, you are here to shift. When you listen every morning, you are training your mind to break its old patterns. You are teaching your imagination to lead instead of letting your circumstances dictate your day. You are reminding yourself that you are not the product of what you see, you are the architect of what you will see. The truth is, you have been creating your reality all along, whether intentionally or unconsciously. But now you are stepping into creation on purpose. Your imagination is the workshop where your reality is built. And in the early hours of the morning, before your mind becomes crowded with noise, your imagination is at its strongest. This is when your thoughts flow without resistance, when your emotions are pure, when your mind is closest to its natural power. What you think in these moments shapes the energy of your entire day. So imagine boldly, feel deeply, claim the life you choose with conviction, even if your senses do not yet confirm it. Reality bends to the one who dares to believe before seeing. Your job is simple. Assume the feeling of your desired life every morning. Let that feeling become the atmosphere of your mind. Let it be the foundation upon which you walk through the day. Do not underestimate the silent decisions you make before leaving your room. When you wake up and imagine abundance, you tune your mind into opportunities you would have missed. When you wake up and imagine love, you activate the energy of love in your interactions. When you wake up and imagine success, you carry yourself with the confidence of someone who already knows they are winning. This confidence becomes magnetic. It attracts circumstances, people, and possibilities that align with your inner state. Your mornings determine your momentum. You decide whether your day begins with resistance or flow, whether it begins with gratitude or worry, whether it begins with creative power or unconscious repetition. You are not responsible for what happened yesterday, but you are always responsible for the meaning you give it when you wake. And that meaning influences what shows up next. Imagine that your morning thoughts are seeds. Whatever you plant will grow throughout the day. If you plant doubt, you will notice more reasons to doubt. If you plant gratitude, you will notice more blessings. If you plant confidence, the world will mirror it back to you. This is not magic. It is the natural law of consciousness. Your inner state becomes the lens through which you interpret everything. When you listen every morning, you are rewiring this lens. You are awakening your true identity, the creator within you. You are remembering that you do not have to wait for life to change before you feel differently. You feel differently first, and life follows. The most transformative thing you can do in the morning is to step into the end, step into the final version of yourself. See the life you want as already done. Feel the satisfaction of already having it. Breathe as if you are living it. When you do this, you are no longer wishing, you are choosing. You are no longer hoping, you are assuming. You are no longer asking, you are claiming. And reality responds to the one who claims. Think of the people who walk through life with unshakable certainty. They are not lucky. They do not possess something you do not have. They simply decided, at some point, to hold a mental image of themselves so firmly that the world eventually conformed to it. They rehearsed the feeling of success until success became their natural state. They rehearsed abundance until abundance flowed effortlessly. They rehearsed confidence until doubt had no space left to live. You can do the same, but you must start every morning. You must allow your vision to become more real in your mind than the circumstances around you. When you practice this daily, your desires no longer feel distant. They feel familiar. And what feels familiar becomes easy to receive. The shift you seek is not external, it is internal. It is the moment when your inner world becomes more powerful than your outer world. It is when you stop reacting to what is and start creating from what you have chosen to believe. Consistency is what makes this shift permanent. The more often you embody the version of yourself you desire, the faster your reality catches up. You must understand something deeply. You are never waiting for the outer world. The outer world is always waiting for you to decide, waiting for you to believe, waiting for you to claim the identity that aligns with the life you want. Every morning gives you another opportunity to take control of this inner narrative. But many people wake up and immediately return to the identity they are trying to escape. They rehearse their problems before they rehearse their power. They remember their failures before they remember their potential. They think about limitations instead of possibilities. And the body follows the mind. The emotions follow the thoughts. Their day becomes a reflection of the story they allowed themselves to believe. You must break this cycle with awareness. Notice your first thought. Notice your first feeling. Notice the direction your mind wants to travel, and gently but firmly redirect it. Say to yourself, I choose who I am becoming. I choose what I believe. I choose what I expect. When you take back this choice, your entire life begins to shift. The most powerful transformation happens when you stop negotiating with your old identity. Let it fall away. Let it dissolve every morning like a shadow disappearing in the sun. As you rise, rise into the new story. Rise into the version of you who has already crossed every barrier. Rise into the one who already knows the truth, that the inner state is the cause of all outer change. Think of the person you want to become. What do they think about when they wake up? How do they breathe? How do they walk? How do they carry themselves? What do they believe is possible? What do they assume about their day? What do they feel when they imagine their future? Step into this version immediately. Do not wait for evidence. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait until life changes. Change your inner world first. Let life reflect it afterward. Morning after morning, you are rehearsing your destiny. You are shaping the energy that will gather its own momentum throughout the day. If you start with power, you carry power. If you start with vision, you carry clarity. If you start with love, you carry peace. And whatever you carry, the world reflects. The shift does not require force. It requires intention. It requires knowing that your inner state is the only true beginning of your day. Everything else is a reflection. So when you listen every morning, let your mind soften. Let your imagination expand. Let your heart open. Let yourself become the version of you that you have been denying for too long. Become the one who is worthy. Become the one who is capable. Become the one who is chosen. Become the one who expects great things, not because of arrogance, but because of alignment. This is the power of your mornings. They are not routine, they are portals. They are the doorway between who you were and who you are choosing to be. They are the bridge between your old reality and your new one. And when you treat them with intention, your life begins to shift in ways that seem impossible to those who still believe the world controls their destiny. The truth is, you have always been the one in control. And the moment you take back that control, morning after morning, your reality must respond. Your world must shift. Your life must expand. Everything you desire must come closer, because you are finally aligned with it. Continue choosing this identity every morning. Continue stepping into the version of yourself that already exists within you. Continue imagining, feeling, claiming, and watch as reality begins to rearrange itself around the power of your inner truth. Every morning carries within it a quiet invitation, a gentle reminder that you are not bound by the version of yourself you were yesterday. You are fluid, not fixed. You are constantly becoming, not merely repeating. And the moment you wake, before the world pulls your attention, you hold the greatest power you will have all day, the power to decide the state of your consciousness. This decision is subtle, often unnoticed, yet it guides the direction of your entire reality. Most people wake up and immediately surrender to the echo of old beliefs. They return to the familiar emotional home they have lived in for years, even if it brings them no joy. They wake up and remember problems instead of remembering possibilities. They return to identities that no longer fit, carrying burdens that no longer belong to them. They replay conversations, relive disappointments, recreate limits. And then they wonder why their life feels stuck. But you are not meant to relive the same morning every day. You are meant to shift. You are meant to expand, to transform, to step into the version of yourself that you have imagined in your quietest moments. When you open your eyes, reality is not yet solid. It is soft, impressionable, waiting for your direction. Your first thoughts shape its structure. Your first emotions color its atmosphere. Your first beliefs determine what paths open before you. This is why the morning is sacred. When your mind is clear, your heart is open, and your imagination is alive, you can plant the seeds of the life you desire with unimaginable power. You can choose abundance. You can choose confidence. You can choose freedom. You can choose peace. You can choose the identity that aligns with everything you want to experience. And when you choose it repeatedly, consistently, unwaveringly, your reality must rearrange itself to match that choice. This is not wishful thinking. It is the law of consciousness. What you hold as true within yourself becomes the blueprint of your outer world. Your outer reality is nothing more than a mirror, reflecting the beliefs and assumptions you carry at the deepest level of your being. Change the inner world, and the outer follows. Change the inner story, and your world rewrites itself. Change the inner identity, and life shifts around you. Every morning, you must become intentional about this inner identity. You must awaken not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You must rise into the self that you prefer to be, not the one you have been trained to believe you are. You must feel the qualities of your desired life until they become familiar. You must make your future more real than your past. You must embody the energy of the life you wish to live. Imagine this clearly the moment you wake. The world is not yet decided. It has not yet taken shape. It has not yet chosen how to respond to you. It waits for your signal. It waits for the vibration of your mind to tell it what to become. And if you rise with the same thoughts you held yesterday, nothing will change. But if you rise with renewed intention, with deliberate focus, with a quiet certainty of who you choose to be, then everything begins to shift. This shift is not loud, it is not dramatic, it is subtle, almost invisible, but powerful. It begins inside you. It begins in the thoughts you allow. It begins in the feelings you nurture. It begins in the assumptions you hold as true. And once this inner shift settles, reality cannot help but reflect it. Your mornings are your reset point. They are the blank page upon which you write the story of your day. And the more consciously you write, the more aligned your life becomes with your desires. When you start your morning in alignment, the world seems to move in harmony with you. Circumstances unfold effortlessly. People respond to you differently. Opportunities appear. Solutions come easily. You begin to notice synchronicities, signs, confirmations that you are on the right path. This is not coincidence. It is coherence. When your inner world matches your desired outer world, the two merge. The separation dissolves. Your desire stops being something out there and becomes something that is already yours internally. And once it is yours internally, reality has no choice but to reflect it externally. But this requires commitment, not force, not pushing, not effort, just consistency, just choice. Just returning to your inner truth every morning. If you want to shift your reality, you must stop letting past emotions dictate your mornings. You must stop letting old stories sit in the front seat of your consciousness. You must stop repeating the identity that is trying to fall away. Every morning gives you the chance to practice your new self, and the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Your old self loses its power. Your new self gains momentum. Your beliefs shift. Your emotions shift. Your expectations shift. And when your expectations shift, your experiences shift. It does not matter how long you have lived in a certain pattern. It does not matter what circumstances you have faced. It does not matter what you believed yesterday. You can wake up today and choose differently. You can choose to carry a new state of being. You can choose to breathe differently, think differently, feel differently. You can choose to release the heaviness of thoughts that never belonged to you. You can choose to rise into a higher version of your consciousness. Understand this deeply. The world you see around you is not fixed. It is fluid. It changes according to your inner state. When you shift within, the world shifts without. When you believe new possibilities are available, they appear. When you expect good things, they begin to unfold. When you assume the best, life mirrors that assumption. This is why your mornings matter. They are the beginning of every possibility that unfolds throughout your day. If you step into the day with the energy of someone who is expanding, life will expand with you. If you step into the day with the identity of someone who is worthy, life will treat you as worthy. If you step into the day with the belief that everything is working in your favor, everything will arrange itself to support you. You must learn to live from your vision, not your memory. Your memory is a record of the past. Your vision is the blueprint of your future. When you wake up each morning, choose vision. Choose imagination. Choose possibility. Choose to align your inner world with the life you want to experience. Do not concern yourself with how it will happen. The how is none of your business. Your responsibility is the who. Who are you being? Who are you choosing to embody? Who are you allowing yourself to become? The answers to these questions shape everything else. Your identity is the engine of your life. It drives your decisions, your behaviors, your emotions, your perceptions, your reactions. When you shift your identity, everything else shifts automatically. And the morning is the easiest time to shift your identity because your mind is fresh, open, receptive, and uncluttered. So choose the identity that aligns with your desires. See yourself as successful the moment you wake. See yourself as abundant. See yourself as loved. See yourself as powerful. See yourself as capable. Feel the truth of this identity in your body. Let it settle. Let it breathe. Let it fill you. When your inner state stabilizes, your outer world reorganizes itself to match. The shift may feel slow at first, but do not be fooled. It is working. It is building. Every morning you choose differently, you are rewriting the foundation of your life. You are dissolving old limitations. You are creating new pathways. You are aligning with a higher timeline. You are rising into a new version of yourself that is already waiting for you. You may not see the results immediately, but you will feel them. You will feel lighter. You will feel grounded. You will feel supported. You will feel connected to something larger, something deeper, something guiding you. You will feel as though life is beginning to work with you instead of against you. And then, suddenly, the outer world begins to catch up. Opportunities appear where there were none. Doors open effortlessly. The right people enter your life. The right conversations happen. Solutions arise before problems fully form. Everything begins to move in directions you once thought impossible. This is the power of your mornings. They are the birthplace of your new reality. They are the portal through which you step into the life you desire. And when you treat them with intention, the shift becomes inevitable. Continue to rise every morning with this awareness. Continue to choose your inner state deliberately. Continue to embody the identity that aligns with your desires, and the world around you will begin to reflect the truth of who you have chosen to become. And now you stand at the edge of a truth most people never discover. Your mornings are not ordinary, and neither are you. Every sunrise is a promise that you can begin again, that you can rewrite the script, that you can step into a new version of yourself with nothing from the past holding you prisoner. If you choose your inner state with purpose, if you command your mind instead of surrendering to old patterns, then your reality must shift. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because you finally remembered your power. So tomorrow and every morning after, rise with intention. Rise with conviction. Rise as the one who knows that everything changes the moment you do. Stop waiting for proof. Become the proof. Let your life unfold as the evidence of an awakened mind, a disciplined spirit, and an unshakable belief that you are the creator of your reality. Your shift begins the moment you decide it does.